And I remember actually calling those guys. I don't know if I've ever even told this story. Hi, I'm Mark Sanchez, and this is Back in the Day. And when I think about the pivotal moments in my early career, I go back to college in Southern California. When I was starting out, it was so important for my friends and family to check out my game, even if they couldn't be there in the stands. So I encourage you, check out the regional sports networks in your area on DIRECTV. Growing up, my biggest influence, I'd say, is my dad. Great father figure, was a fire captain for a long time in Orange County. I just remember what an example he set for me as a leader of his team, his unit, his group, which became his family. That's the way I approach the quarterback position, is you're the leader of that unit, and that unit has to become close on and off the field. Every year at the end of every season, whether it was baseball, basketball, football, growing up as a kid, he would always, at the team banquet, he made me go up and give the award to the coach, say, on behalf of the Little League team, we'd like to thank Coach Johnson for all of his hard work. So here's a token of our appreciation. And he made me say it in front of people. And I was terrified. I was so nervous. I'm 9, 10 years old. And then it just became what I did, which became pivotal for me. When you're a rookie quarterback, you're 22 years old, there's 10 other guys in your huddle, and you got to give them a play that you've barely learned. And you got to say that play like it's the best play in the playbook. And I don't think without any of those exercises that my dad put me through as a youngster that I could have accomplished that. I think the first time I realized, hey, I might be good enough at this football thing, is when I transferred from Santa Margarita High School as a sophomore to Mission Viejo High School. And I remember I saw this article that came out talking about what a loss Santa Margarita had and what a gain for Mission Viejo. And man, this kid could be the next, Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, and they were throwing out names like that. It kind of hit me like, dang, I got a lot to live up to. This is a big year, and so I kind of felt that pressure for the first time, and I loved it. But then immediately it snapped back to, okay, we got a lot of work to do. The feeling when I realized it was time to move on to the NFL, that didn't happen until after that Rose Bowl. It doesn't get much better than that, right? Like Rose Bowl MVP, boom, it's time to go. Especially once I saw the field, like there was a chance that Colt McCoy leaves, Sam Bradford leaves, Matt Stafford, and Josh Freeman, and then me. So 5 quarterbacks going out in one draft like that, that would have been crowded. And I remember actually calling those guys. I don't know if I've ever even told this story. And both of them were like, dude, I want to come back. I knew Stafford from quarterback camps earlier, and he was like, bro, I'm gone. And I was like, dude, I think I'm out too. And so I remember having that conversation with Coach Carroll, and he was just, in Coach Carroll's way, like competing his ass off to keep me on that team and tell me not to go pro. And he had legitimate arguments, I just remember going back and forth with him, like, Coach, I made up my mind, I gotta go. He gave me a huge hug, was like, listen, I don't agree with the decision, but I'll support you no matter what. I said, great. Being a role model for the Hispanic community is important for me. We have tamales on Christmas, like my family speaks Spanish. I didn't know the language very well, but it never really hit me until I'm walking out of the tunnel, getting ready to walk on the field, and I see people in luchador masks, like the Mexican Wrestling League mask with my number, my name on it, and they got the cape and everything, and I was just blown away. I realized after seeing fans like that and their support, how loyal that support would be. That really pushed me to learn the language, to be able to communicate and thank them for their support. I think the retirement stuff is interesting because you've had this identity for so long as this player, as this specific position, whether you're a starter or backup or mentor or whatever, you're a player and that's who you are. So I'm thankful for the NFL and the boot camps and the broadcasting boot camp I went to that immediately sent out all my tapes and all my work. Some of the best memories in the world are from the game I love, and I get to be around it now every Sunday. So it's the best of both worlds. I get to see my son grow up, and I get to teach him a lot about what I've experienced and lived through. I'm Mark Sanchez. Thank you for watching Back in the Day. And remember to check out what regional sports networks are in your area today.